double check. 5 minutes to kick off. Make sure you have your seats for 5 minutes to kick off. Starting lineups, we need your help. When we say the first name, we need you.
The heat is on in Northern California as the Republic look to remain hot against the Las Vegas side where they drove 5-0 2 weeks ago. Tonight, it's different. It's the Jägermeister Cup, and past results do not matter. We welcome you to Hardell Park and Pitchside on a very hot evening in Sacramento, California. I'm Rob McAllister, and with me, as always, is Adam Moffitt. Obviously, this is a Las Vegas team that's had some struggles of late in the USL Championship, but in the Jägermeister Cup, perfect 2-0. They've got 6 points, they've got 5 goals, and they are top of the Group 1 standings.
Yeah, they are, and there's only 4 games getting played in this group stage. They've won 2 so far. If they can win a third tonight, Las Vegas Lights, they'd be looking really, really good at advancing. For Sacramento, they know it's a little bit different with what's at stake. It's not like the league game. There's a lot of things that can go on tonight, and it's a fun environment, fun that players want to play in.
Republic got a win against AV Alta in their first match, but let's take a look at the Jägermeister Cup format here for Sacramento. Obviously, they want to win. They want to get the 3 points. We also know goals are a premium. Whoever has the most goals, if they're tied and wins, you will ultimately advance, but there's more to it than that.
There is. If they tie the game, you know, we will go to penalty kicks. Stay tuned. If it's 1-1, 2-2, whatever it is, each team gets a point, but you can get that additional point if you win the penalty kick shootout. We've seen some of those games in the Jägermeister Cup today go to that as well, so you never know. Makes it a little bit more intriguing. You've got to score goals, and that's the fun thing about this tournament. It's rewarding that attacking play.
And we've seen some big wins from the USL 1 sides as well, so the USL Championship team's not a lock to move ahead.
MUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
Have you ever heard a person who is seriously injured say, "Oh yeah, baby, I just hit the jackpot"? Of course not. They retain an experienced law firm and get immediate medical care with a goal of maximum medical recovery as quickly as possible. It's at the end of the medical journey when compensation is determined, not a slot machine approach at the beginning. That's the gold standard offered by Ashton & Price, serious representation for serious people who have been seriously injured. And there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Fox 40, local news that matters. UC Davis Health, believe in better, and Western Health Advantage insurance plans that balance value and coverage. Starting 11s are next.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. You work.
Jägermeister is proud to be presenting the sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the magic of this exciting tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly. Let's take a look at our starting 11. Begin at the Republic, and it's brought to you by Team & Law Firm. And Russell Cicerone back in lineup after dealing with a leg injury over the last couple of weeks. Other than that, looking fairly familiar. Also, Ryan Spalding getting a look from the left wing.
A strong lineup, and I think having that back three, that core, Desmond, Kleeman, Timmer, really does help in minimizing the goals scored against you.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, a lot of changes. Not the same look we saw 2 weeks ago here in Sacramento for this team. All but two of these starters back in the lineup.
Yeah, and it's interesting. They've been playing a back four. Last time they were here, they played the back five, three at the back, and you thought maybe they'd switch it up, but it looks like they're still going with that back five and hopefully get a different result than they did last time out here.
There is Jared Mazzola getting his fourth start of the season. He has two shutouts, one of them coming against AV Alta in the Jägermeister Cup. And we talked about goals are going to be a premium. These shot stoppers are going to be ones to keep an eye on. Nicholas Amador in the sticks for the Las Vegas Lights. 3 goals allowed in 2 appearances for the Lights so far this season. So we're about to get underway. 98 degrees here in Sacramento. I'm Rob McAllister. He's Adam Moffitt. There's the first kick. And here we go from Hartnell Park. Already Russell Cicerone threatening. One thing we talk about Jared Mazzola, he hasn't had a lot of minutes, but really quality from the foot there, and he is able to put balls in positions that could give Sacramento some scoring opportunity.
Yeah, really good distribution, and we get a first look at the goalkeeper for Las Vegas Lights, Nicholas Amador, and he's got a choice to make, and he's deciding just to send everyone up. Again, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks early in the game. 30 seconds in, he sends everyone up. He's going to send it long. He's going to hope to win that second ball.
So we saw this Las Vegas Lights team go to a back three against Tulsa. They lose 4-1. 2 weeks ago here in Sacramento, they go to a back three again. They lose 5-0. Why is tonight going to be different?
Yeah, you'd hope you learn from your mistakes. And again, I think a big thorn in their side that last game was Sebastian Herrera, who isn't starting tonight for Sacramento. He is available. He's on the bench. But just how much success he had getting the ball to his feet. Now it's on Russell Cicerone. Lewis Jameson, can they kind of take off where he left?
Cicerone, 3 goals, 2 assists on the year. Jameson getting his second goal, his first in opening weekend when he was player of the week. And then he was able to put one against this Las Vegas team. He has 2 on the season. The 22-year-old out of Scotland. He's excited to get probably another opportunity to show what he can do. This is not a top 3 we've seen a lot of with Pirano, Cicerone, and Jameson. So as you work this season along here, you're going to see different lineups, of course, but he's Neil Collins also looking at how do these players come together in various situations. And here we see tonight you've got 3 to 5 guys that could play up top for you right now for Sacramento.
And it's all about building, again, relatively early in the season, but you still got to build some chemistry. Russell missed a couple games. He's back in there. And you're going to face different opponents. You're going to face teams who sit back a little bit deeper, teams who press a little higher. It's all going to be different, and every player has different skills, different tools that they bring, and that's a good-looking ball from Lee Desmond. Unfortunately for him, it just skips through. And that's Lewis Jameson. That's one of the things he brings, is that ability to make those runs in behind, stretching the field.
I think Desmond would try to get on the assist train. How about Jared Timber? 3 assists so far this year, all delivered to Sebastian Herrera. You love to get looks from that back line, and Jared Timber has shown that he's been able to deliver a nice ball. This is a good look here for Vegas as they're trying to deal with the pressure. They're trying to just spread the Sacramento team out, but Pirano is able to take it right back. Pirano, and he tried to distribute, and it was a little bit of contact. Crowd didn't like it.
Tons of space for Vegas here. He's good. Brewer was offside.
Right, Pickering fighting Zhao. Zhao into the box. Zhao takes a shot. But Jared Mazzola is there. And the first look for this Lights team, who had 20 shots, 5 on target in the loss to Phoenix a couple of nights ago.
That was a very big warning sign for Sacramento there. And the shot and the end up wasn't great from Joe Zhao, but just prior to that, Sacramento just huge gaping holes in the back. The ball get turned over, and all of a sudden they were really exposed. And Shaf Brewer just timed that run slightly better. He would have been through one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
This finds Peters. We're trying to play back centrally. Nick Ross, Michelle Benitez, the holding midfielders for the Republic this evening. Las Vegas with 6 points in group play. They have 5 goals scored, 2 against, and it puts them at the top of Group 1. Sacramento playing their second match. They'll play the next 2 on the road. They took down AV Alta 1-0 behind Sebastian Herrera earlier this season. For Sacramento, they've only played 9 USL Championship games. They have 13 points on the year. Meanwhile, 11 games for Las Vegas, and they sit right behind them at 12 points.
A tough stretch. It's 4 games without a win for Las Vegas. Since the last visit in Sacramento here 2 weeks ago, they've lost 2 games. So they'd love to get back on track. Really, really unfortunate they're losing against Phoenix midweek. They pushed and pushed. They just could not get the back of the net. 95th minute penalty kick. Valentin Noel couldn't get past.
Patrick Crosby with a big time.
Amazing save.
Yeah, amazing save. Even prior to that, as Budati went from distance, and it was sent clear. And a lot of contact from the back as Pirano to the ground, and our referee Abdu and Joe is having to talk to with the Las Vegas Lights center line. Here's a chance now for Sacramento moving forward. Gurr looking into the sun. Gurr whips this ball in across the face, and that back post run wasn't quite there for the Republic. And with that, let's step aside and hear from the California Office of Traffic Safety.
So you're out for a drink. Before that drink turns to drinks, make a plan to get home safe. Just call a friend, a cab, or get a ride share. Whatever you do, don't let drunk drive.
A little dangerous here, California.
And you see a lot of teams do that now, and again, the whole purpose is for that, for what just happened, is to free up space further up the field.
Here's Coble left side. Nigro looking and waiting, and retreats to Pearson.
Las Vegas Lights again. What you're trying to do is lure those attackers in. Sacramento commits bodies. Makes them a little bit more stretched, and then can you find your forwards' feet or players in those gaps? They did a good job on that occasion. It is very risky though.
Jack Singer along that right center back position, number 18 tonight. Starred at Cal, more than 50 appearances. About an hour west here of Sacramento. Here's Cicerone in stride, moving against Humphrey. And Ross breaks to the right, and still battling, and the two going at it. Humphrey able to earn a whistle.
Soft one in the end, but it was good defending by Turner Humphrey. Also Cicerone going at him, and a little tangle of the legs. I don't think Humphrey thought he was getting a free kick either. He was ready to get back up and shield that ball, and good to see Russell back out there. Always brings that energy, that enthusiasm, and it's something that the rest of the players feed off.
Cicerone, 19 goals in all competitions in 2023, but injury played a year ago. He is back healthy. A little bit of a knock, but they would be more precautious than anything. So they have no concerns with Russ, but now I just want to see him get him fit. We'll see how long he goes tonight. Depends maybe on the scoreline. Gurr whipping it in. Here's Jameson. Sent away by Las Vegas, but not done yet. Benitez. Peters going to send this ball forward, looking for Pickering. The Alabama native right wing. Sacramento's got to trail back. Pickering to the left foot. Pickering goes for goal, and the second shot on target is picked up again by Jerry Mazzola. The upstate New York native getting the start tonight and makes another stop.
Yeah, initially Jack Gurr, good ball into the box. Lewis Jameson couldn't get enough, flicked on it, but straight up the other end. That is where Sacramento has to be very, very cautious. Las Vegas Lights is leaving those guys up. That was a 3-on-3 there.
Humphrey, who started his collegiate career at UC Davis just down the road, finished at Oregon State, and was the 44th overall pick by Dallas in the 24 draft, and now with the Lights here in 2025. As a reminder, before starting any digging project, it's crucial to call Act 811. Pre-service allows utility companies to mark their underground lines, helping to protect your community from the risk of utility line damages. Always call before you dig 811. So you look at Adam Humphrey, goes to UC Davis. Singer played at Cal, and Shaft Brewer, who's the right winger here tonight, born and raised in Sacramento.
Oh, some good connections, some local connections. See Jared Mazzola just putting his hand up to his face and staring right at that sun. It is not quite set yet here in Sacramento.
The last 7 o'clock start until we get back to September, as the games will start at 8 o'clock. And
yeah, I'm only going to be able to do the first half for the rest of the game. That's past my bedtime. Great
fall asleep. Back from Jameson. Gurr's got room, but Vegas able to recover. And now Nick Ross with a look. Benitez, quick touch. He's got the run now. Pirano goes for goal. The shot is stopped by Amador. Good build-up. We had Benitez coming on the give and go, Adam.
Clever playing. Christian Pirano takes a strike with his right foot, and he gets a good connection on it. Just goes straight into the goalkeeper's hands, but lively, and you see the amount of numbers that Sacramento have in that attack, and that's what's positive about it. That's what you just got to be a little careful, though, because you had Nick Ross up the field, Michel Benitez going up higher in the field, which you want to see, but that transition is where Sacramento have too many bodies forward. That's where they're leaving themselves a little bit exposed. For these moments, how can you find Ryan Spalding? How can you get that ball out the other side? A foul off the ball there. Christian Pirano goes to ground.
And Nate Jones might be getting a warning.
Yeah, I think that was Turner Humphrey had made his way all the way over at that other side.
How about Sacramento? These last times two teams got together, a 5-0 win, best win in Neil Collins' tenure here with the Republic. And they were on the front studs from the get-go. Complete performance by this Republic side. Jack Gurr, who scored his second goal, of the year in that game. This one's flicked on pretty well. It's Freddie Kleeman. The target, and after the reset, here comes Gurr to send it clear. And that may be last touch by Vegas, no. And the officiant here does not agree with Jack Gurr, but 2 goals and assist on the year. The 29-year-old coming off an 8-assist season a season ago, and he challenged himself here in 25. Could he score more goals? And he's off to a pretty good start.
And that's not one part of his game. He gets forward enough, and we've seen a couple of good deliveries already. Yeah, put the ball in the back of the net as well. He's such a great engine. He's up and down that wing. He, again, never neglects his defensive responsibilities, and it's probably not part of his game that spoke about enough, but he locks people down.
Public escape, a little bit of pressure from Vegas. Here comes Shaft Brewer. You go back to 2 weeks ago, and Republic scoring all kinds of ways. This one's a bit too heavy from Russ, maybe a little rusty after a couple weeks off, but I mean, you look back at that game, Adam, you had Seba with a goal and assist, his 100th goal in his career. You had Jack Gurr with the second. Lewis Jameson is able to find one. Nick Ross with a penalty kick. And then just when you thought, well, we're going to end 4-0, Rodrigo Lopez delivers a dime to Trevor Ammon on a near post run. And Trevor Ammon goes 3 straight games with a goal scored. And I mean, what a way to finish the evening and go into the bye week. The players had to be pretty happy getting off the Memorial Day weekend and able to celebrate in a really big way.
That's a great way to go into a break. There's nothing worse than going into a break when you know you've got 2 weeks off and you've had a bad game, bad performance, bad result. But everything about that night was fantastic. Obviously, the 5 goals, the clean sheet, but it was the energy. It was what the guys brought to the field. And things Neil Collins was speaking about this week is, again, you want that confidence, but you don't want to get complacent either. You can't come out here and expect it's going to be 5-0 again. So many times we see these games that are very contrasting. You win 5-0 and then you can lose one. So make sure everyone's still engaged, and they definitely look a little bit more threatening in the attack tonight. Las Vegas Lights.
Nigro has it deflected. Timmer is there. Kleeman with the initial defense, and Russell Cicerone trying to get a hop on Amateur, who's way outside his box. And Nate Jones able to play it back into possession for this Las Vegas Lights team. First in Group 1 of the USL Jägermeister Cup, and they'd like to hold on.
What they are doing tonight, Las Vegas Lights, a lot different from the league game, is they've got Peters and Pearson, 2 solid defensive midfielders. Good at distributing as well. Here's Joe Zhao.
Zhao checks back up into his right foot, and Freddie Kleeman, a bit of a shove, dangerous right in front of the referee, but able to get away with it. When you look at this team here, Adam, I mean, they've got pieces in Joe Zhao, who was threat last year out of FC Cincinnati prior to coming to Vegas. And you look at what they've scored in USL Championship, just 7 goals. 5 goals, however, in this Jägermeister Cup. You got to ask, what's been the difference?
I don't think they've quite connected yet, you know, in terms of in the attack. And then also what we've seen from them is, you know, close games, you know, lots of clean sheets actually, and then all of a sudden they're giving up goals in bunches. It's just something, a new coach, a lot of new players, they got to take a little bit of time to get that chemistry, and sometimes it doesn't happen, you know, unfortunately. But they do have the quality there, as you mentioned. They get some good experience.
And one of their key threats, Johnny Rodriguez, you know, not on starting 11. He is in the 18, and this is their 3rd game in 8 days. And, you know, sometimes things take time. We've seen it. Republic didn't get off to a blazing start. And you see Shaq Brewer is going to have a longer conversation with the referee than maybe he'd like 15 minutes in. But good for Abdu Inja, who's trying to keep things civil around here. Meanwhile, Russell Cicerone turning the other way. Russ has a bit of a lane, finding Pirano. Pirano with a step. Pirano just missed the far post. And a Lewis Jameson run was just a step short. And almost an opener for Sacramento 16 minutes in.
Not far away from Christian Pirano. Great drive and run by Russell Cicerone. The first touch was so nice from Pirano. Puts it on his right side and just can't find that far corner. And that's a threat in areas he's got to keep getting into. And that comes from Russell Cicerone. When he drives, he commits defenders. They don't know whether he's going to shoot, is he going to go himself, and that time he opts for the pass. Sacramento inches away from taking the lead.
Spalding getting the start. Play for Neil in Tampa. Singer is able to get a foot to it. Republic 8-4-4 all-time against Las Vegas. Only 1 loss at home here in that span. 5 wins. They've been able to put up 26 goals compared to Las Vegas, who have scored just 4 here in Northern California. They'd like to continue that here this evening, but Vegas looking much more composed tonight, Adam. And the heat probably going to play a little bit of a factor. I mean, here we are, 99 degrees, a kick. It's starting to cool down. Breeze is picking up, but as a player, a little different than last week. It's about 20-degree difference.
You'll start feeling that definitely in the second half. Players will stay hydrated. They've been preparing for this game. They knew it was hot here yesterday as well, so I'm sure when Vegas got into town, they're used to it.
That's it. Probably felt like home
from Vegas, yeah.
Well, the USL kicks off the month of June. ESPN2, Battle of Eastern Conference powerhouses, Louis City. And the Eastern Conference title holders, Rhode Island, going head-to-head. Meanwhile, Sacramento continuing this possession in the half of Las Vegas, something they've been very good at here in 2025, is continuing to threat, holding on possession in the opponent's half. Cicerone feeling it. Tried to stay strong. Wanted the foul, won't get it. And Pearson plays it back. Pretty good crowd here tonight, too. I mean, I'll tell you what, Adam, it's you're sitting at 4 o'clock and it's 103 out. It's always a question, do we make the game? But here tonight, this crowd, they've filled the stands, and right below us, they're ready to go. And they want something to cheer for early here. They got a bit spoiled 2 weeks ago. Las Vegas doing everything they can not to see an open game that we saw on May 17th. Benitez and Zhao coming together. Spalding is not connecting, but here comes Jamison. Barometer's seen a shot on his goal. Made a save. 2 saves from Mazzola already. Scoreless here in the 20th minute between Vegas and Sacramento. 2 of 3 that will see these two in the regular season portion. The next one will be down in Las Vegas. For Sacramento here, you're dominating possession, but sort of where do you find that next? How do you spread Vegas out here?
And you got to be a little quicker with the ball, moving it around, creating that space. Getting to Russell Cicerone, can we find his feet, get players underneath? And you see right here, so Las Vegas Lights are pushing bodies forward. Zola, this is his distribution, and where if you can play that ball, you're skipping 4 or 5 players potentially if you can find someone. So Vegas does throw those players. Freddie Kleeman did it a little bit earlier. He played 1 pass, he beat 3 players. Nick Ross turns, and all of a sudden you're in the attack. That's where you can find a little bit of success.
Las Vegas, they've had a hard time finding success of late. They came into Sacramento on a 4-match unbeaten streak. Since that, well, now you've gone 4 without a win, so 3 straight losses. They lose to El Paso after taking on Sacramento. Rodriguez did score, but Cabrera with a brace in that match for El Paso, and then they lose Wednesday to Las Vegas, and now you're looking at an 8-1 deficit in terms of goals scored. And you know, they're trying to find something. They got a much different look here tonight, but you know, for Antonio Nocerino, this is a big challenge for this team. That here you are at this point in the season, you want to be hanging around because it's a very tight Western Conference.
It really is, and figuring it out. And obviously, a few loose passes the last few minutes from Republic. It says apologizes, that one goes out. And again, this is different competition, but you're still trying to figure things out because ultimately the goal is to make the playoffs and hopefully win it. And every team in the USL Championship has that goal. And these games, even though you're not getting league points, you're trying to build that cohesiveness, that chemistry that can hopefully result in points.
Well, this Vegas side knows if anybody. They went to 4th last year, their best finish. They go to the Western Conference Final. They do lose to Colorado Springs, but they're right on the doorstep of that championship match, and they would have hosted. Of course, they made some changes, and Cicerone is cleared out from behind by Turner Humphrey, and the first booking of the evening. And Republic fans not too thrilled about that contact from Turner Humphrey.
Yeah, it's such a silly foul by Turner Humphrey. He's got Russell Cicerone facing the wrong way. He's probably going to pass it backwards. No real threat, and you go right through the back of him. A very dangerous tackle as well.
All yellow cards presented by Caltrans, the California Office of Traffic Safety here in 2025.
We'll get another low look at it. Again, Russell Cicerone, Humphrey does a good job. He's forcing him back, but he's not going anywhere. And he maybe does get the ball, but he gets a lot of the man right through the back of him.
Well, set piece here for Ryan Spalding in the Sacramento Republic. Former New England Revolution defender is now asking for some further assistance and bringing the defender away from him. If he works something from this side, you're going to see the goalkeeper have to contend with the sun, but not to be the case as Joe Zhao flying down the wing. Good step by Timmer to slow the attack from the lights. But right back up, it's Koval. Koval keeps it on the ground. And now Vegas will recycle again. Chris Pearson has it taken away. And it's not been the sharpest performance from both these teams 20-plus minutes in here, Adam. But just tell that one of these sides get loose, get behind. It could be a game changer. Lee Desmond dribbling in. Cicerone tried to backheel it to Lewis Jamison, but comes to the Republic anyway. Cicerone backheel. Jamison, it gets stuck underneath him. But had a look on goal, and now Koval is going to try to beat Jared Timmer. Well, time is running out to secure your spot for the 25 season. Don't miss out on exclusive benefits. Catch all the action. RepublicFC.com/memberships. There's big news around the corner as the Sacramento City Council will be taking a look at this stadium proposal. And another booking. Second time against the Las Vegas Lights. The Republic side will talk more about this at halftime, but a slew of new stadiums coming for the USL Championship, and hopefully the Republic will be breaking ground later this summer if all goes as well. And here's the foul on Freddie Kleeman, but I guess before that, Adam had missed the booking. I don't know if you saw that.
No, yeah, it must have been Pearson, and the referee played advantage, and he is in the book. That was not a yellow card for Freddie Kleeman there.
So Humphrey and Pearson for Las Vegas, shown yellow 25 minutes in. It's the Jägermeister Cup. Sacramento with a win against AV Alta. And 2 wins for this Las Vegas side as they beat AV Alta 2-1 and Orange County 3-1.
And in the group stage there, in Sacramento's group, there's 7 teams. You only play four games for other opponents, so not everyone plays the same teams. Everyone does play a USL League One team twice, but you might have a few different opponents. But so that's why there's a lot at stake here. Las Vegas Lights winning their first 2 games, beating Orange County in one of those games, which many people fancy them to advance.
The Republic will take on Orange County down in Southern California June 28th, and then July 26th at Spokane, Washington will be the final 4th match of the group stage. And from there, we'll see if the Republic will be able to advance. Set piece here for the Lights. As the wind blowing toward the north stance. And away from goal of Jared Mazzola. It'll be Nigro's 2 assists on the year. And the whistle comes in as contact is made. Crystal Creamery has been building strong bones and bodies with the freshest dairy from the Central Valley since 1901. Taking pride in delivering dairy you can trust. Grab a glass, taste how fresh local can be. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
And these are the moments here again. The distribution from the back. Can you beat the lines? And just like that, a couple of good passes, and you're attacking, and you're 3-on-3 if you can go quick enough.
Good turn by Cicerone. He's waiting for support. He's going to find Gurr. Gurr's going to send it across. It takes a deflection, and Gurr's upset. Felt like he had the lane there. He had 2 bodies waiting for him.
That's so well worked from the Republic. And he is disappointed, Jack Gurr. He has run a lot to get into that spot. And it was a recovery from Gennaro Nigro.
He was trying to find Jamison on the near post run, and Nigro was able to send it clear. It's the first Atlas disposal corner kick for the Republic. Crowd stomping their feet here at Hard Health Park. Ball driven well, a little mix up between Amador and one of his defenders. It sails away, and Las Vegas catching a break there, as all Republic needed to do was have a runner, and it's 1-0 at him.
Yeah, Ryan Spalding felt that he was fouled, and yeah, he's going down. Definitely not a foul there, but I mean, if he's on his feet, he's getting something on there. It's a dangerous ball whipped in by Lewis Jamison, goalkeeper. Didn't know whether it was coming or going.
Cicerone, much more hold-up play with Sebastian Herrera on the bench, and Russ maybe more or less typically in Lewis Jamison's position. Meanwhile, Knight Pickering may have gotten a step. Pickering into the area, tried to go between Mazzola, and Mazzola played it perfectly, stood his ground, and sends it into the stands. Take a breath there, Adam Moffett. Could have been 1-0 Vegas, and Mazzola came up with a big stop.
Yeah, no conviction from Knight Pickering. He gets through and very casually with outside of his foot. Mazzola takes no chances, just kicks that one away. But that's how dangerous they can be, Las Vegas Lights. And Sacramento have the ball, they don't have it, and then all of a sudden they're almost giving up a goal. And it was very, very tight. Might have been offside, Knight Pickering, but he could have timed his run perfectly. You just don't want to be put in that kind of position where Lee Desmond's having to look at the ball, but he's also got to watch the runner, and a well-timed pass, which that was, through on goal.
Well, for this Vegas side team, you look at Zhao and Pickering, two players who have sort of been in and out of the lineup, starting 11 that is. Can you make an impact? I mean, here is a team maybe in flux, even though defensively they've been one of the best. They lead the USL Championship with 6 shutouts as the whistle comes in. And so you're just looking for some guys who can create some opportunities, and here's a lineup that's much different what we've seen from them in the USL Championship as of late. So can Pickering and others maybe steal a spot in 11? And that comes with a different motivation. So for Sacramento, you want to say, well, they're not putting out a stronger lineup. You might guys here who are really trying to make a name and are much more motivated. As again, Shaq Brewer in this battle with Ryan Spalding, something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, Spalding did really well there, keeping an eye on the ball, ends up being fouled. But it's an opportunity for the players. Again, speaking of the form that Las Vegas Lights are currently in, they need people to maybe pick it up, and new faces might need to have an impact. So they're getting a chance. And again, you don't know. It could take one game. You have a good game. All of a sudden, you're in the starting lineup, and you've got to continue it. Ball sent a little too far.
Starting to heat up. Ball carries a little more, maybe.
Is that a real thing?
Other sports it is.
Is it?
Slider. Hair's not as heavy.
I know altitude.
I know this is about twice the temperature you had growing up in Scotland.
Yeah, we never got quite this hot.
It was rain or little rain. Well, eFootball is here. Live your dream. Rep your team and play as your favorite USL Championship club. Maybe even make your own Adam Moffett. eFootball free to play. Download now. You're gonna play. I know that if you had your avatar, it would just be midfield shots all day long. Nothing else.
Yeah, long range shots. That's it.
Make sure your guy never got tired.
Yeah, running all the way up into that box and then running back.
Whether real life or in eFootball. The chase here. This might check up.
Singer did well dealing with that. You see, kind of checked a little bit, bouncing. Make sure you take care of the ball. Similar to the last game, though, Las Vegas Lights are leaving bodies up top. They're hoping that's how they can get a goal, but it also makes it a little bit interesting for Sacramento again when they're taking care of the ball and they're able to beat those lines.
We maybe haven't had the need. A high boot from Pickering. Lucky not to connect there. A little bit more pressure from Sacramento. Last time these sides got together, but it is a little bit hotter tonight. You got to pick your spots, but Sacramento's also had more of the possession. Little dummy here. Benitez in on goal, crosses up Brewer. Benitez takes a dive. Here's Spalding trying to go upper corner. Another good build-up for Sacramento, and the Vegas Lights escape.
Yeah, and they get fortunate. Lewis Jameson, poor control actually worked out for Michel Benitez. But what a brilliant piece of one-on-one defending by Shaft Brewer. And gets turned, gets back up, and puts pressure on Ryan Spalding's follow-up, but had to get that challenge right, and he did. And Michel Benitez has been getting in the dangerous areas.
Has an assist on the year, and he's played left center back. We've seen him on the left wing, and now he's probably more his more comfortable position, but he's been a guy that they've relied on to do a variety of things. Nick Ross dropping back a little bit more, Benitez more in the attack, and the crowd booing the time wasting from Nicholas Ometer. This one comes right to the feet of Jacker, and again Republic with the possession. I think you're Neil Collins. Well, you don't have a goal yet. You've got to feel good about your possession here. It's going to wear this Vegas team down, hopefully, eventually, right?
You'd hope so. I mean, Toronto getting those little pockets, getting turned.
Guron Nigro goes to his left this time. We'll find Ross as a relief. Ross in the mix. A lot of Republic players, not better. Much spacing there.
Be careful. Again, the run wasn't timed well by Knight Pickering, but he's still through.
Jow on the run. Coble as well. Pickering on the right side. Former Memphis man. Dumping it off. A little bit lazy defending from Sacramento. Here comes the cross to the Republic. A little nervy there. You've seen Republic have to deal with Las Vegas here, and it may not be all the time, but it's just from moments like that where they can try to find something. Meanwhile, finding something is wide open space. Cicerone, Jamison. Jameson's going to look. Jamison! Oh, what a save from Amateur. Sends it clear. Jamison thought he had his third. He was inches away from doing so. And Nicholas Ometer goes to ground and keeps it level.
A great play. Both players. Lewis Jamison gets turned. He realizes the defender's off him a little bit. Tries to fire it into that far bottom corner. But what a save, Nicholas Ometer. He sees it a little bit late. Gets down low and a strong enough hand. Sometimes you can get the hand on there and it just squirms past you, but that was not the case.
Second corner kick for the Republic. It will be Jamison. Here comes a chance for Sacramento. The follow-up. Ryan Spalding. 1-0 Republic. And the assault continues from the Sacramento side. 6 goals in 2 games against the Lights. It was building. It was building. It looked like a golden chance. And then you're on the set piece, Adam. What a move from Spalding.
He does so well, Ryan Spalding. We mentioned the last corner kick whipped in by Lewis Jamison. If Spalding was on his feet, he might have got on the end of it. He gets on the end of this one. Doesn't really expect it to come through with him. Fantastic first touch with the left and smashes it home with his right. And great moment. Ryan Spalding, first goal for Sacramento Republic.
And the flag's waving here at Ardell Park, and that's got to feel good for Ryan Spalding. Comes in new into the club in the offseason, wants to make an impact. He probably hasn't been getting the starts that he would like. Well, right there he shows what a good a move it was to put him in the 11. Beautifully done, though, Adam. I mean, to take that kind of ball, the composure, then bring it back to your right. You got everyone moving to their right, left a wide open look, and now Sacramento has 2 goals in the Jägermeister Cup.
Yeah, very reactive again. I don't think he knew too much about that ball coming to him, but he took it brilliantly, Ryan Spalding.
Elk Grove Charter School, where they believe nobody succeeds alone. Come see what a flexible education can do for your student. A good step from Jamison. Pirano, another step by his own. Pirano turning to his going left, go back to his left. Pirano with a beauty. Into the 18, he works it. He does everything perfectly, including the finish. What a strike. Christian Pirano, 2 on the year.
Well, little deja vu here.
Don't blink at him. It's 3-0 already. 2 minutes after.
Yeah, we saw this last time. It was a goal, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open, and Christian Perrano does so well. Nate Jones can't get close enough. And he realizes, put this through his legs. Goalkeeper can't see it, does not see it, and it is 2-0 Sacramento Republic. A lot of credit has to go to Lewis Jameson, though. He initiates it. Nick Ross wins the ball, sends it to Perrano, and he does the rest. And Republic are up 2-0, just like that.
How about Jameson now? Basically, I wouldn't say responsible, but has a big hand in the 2 goals here this afternoon. And Sacramento now outscoring Vegas 7-0 through 3 halves. In 2025, Vegas has to be a bit shocked. Felt like they've done about everything as well as they could. They've gotten themselves 3 to 4 real quality looks. And just like that, Sacramento breaking their hearts.
It's a cruel sport, but that's where, you know, we've seen them do this. Las Vegas, like, again, they have clean sheets, but then all of a sudden they're giving up 3-4 goals and give up 2 goals in 2 minutes. I think mentally that's just maybe players just getting down on themselves and not complacent. And if you're Republic, you're 7 minutes left in this half, but why not get another? The last time out, it was 3 goals in that first half.
Section number 109, row 8, just scored big when you purchase in Model Station. You'll see the second one on the house. You'll see 10% off the purchase.
Spalding's first, Perrano's second. Each of their first in the Jägermeister Cup. So it won't go against their total in USL Championship. But I don't think they'll mind. 2-0 here against the Lights. And Nicholas Hometer had made a couple of quality stops already and put a big-time save to his left. Has now seen 2 get behind him in 2 consecutive minutes. Meanwhile, not done yet. Nigro plays it central, now trying to get to the left. And a good tackle from Jared Timmer, who goes to ground. Was able to take it away and keep it in play. Meanwhile, here comes Cicerone. Cicerone's onside. He's got Jameson to help, and not much else. As everybody was back defending.
Yeah, but that's what they're able to do. Just fly forward, Sacramento.
Throwing for the Republic. 40th minute at Heart Health Park. And the second Jägermeister USL Cup here. And group stage they'll play for. Republic want the points, but they all still got to find some goals. They are doing so tonight. Goal differential +3. A bad turnover here. Knight Pickering down the heart of the Republic. He might go for goal. He peels away. Koval. Now it's Zhao. And the Florida native almost chipping this one forward and made it take a deflection off the Republic, and it is, and it will be a corner kick for the Lights.
There's Jameson giving it away and sprinting back in. And the game gets very stretched pretty easily. There's almost like no midfield. Defenders and strikers, and then up the other end as well. He's going to come over and whip this in with his left foot. Lewis Jameson, a lot of credit to him. The 2 fantastic corner kicks he's taken, put them into dangerous areas. One of them resulted in a goal for the Republic, and Las Vegas Lights will love to respond with their own right here.
Bagger, one of the most creative players on this Vegas team. He's got 2 assists, delivers this one pretty well. It's into the arms of Jared Mazzola. Right place, right time. As a quality look from Las Vegas on that set piece, almost getting one right back at the Republic. Never out of it, Adam. You can't get complacent if you're Sacramento, but good delivery.
No, and it was a great ball, and I don't know who that final came off. I think it
might have been Benitez's shoulder.
Yeah, it just kind of bounced.
Nate Jones was there.
Yeah, he was in there. He was causing some trouble, and the Lights were really unfortunate that that went straight into the hands of Mazzola.
And with this slow moment in play, let's take a break and hear from our partners at Ashton & Price.
At Ashton & Price, we pride ourselves on honest and aggressive representation of our clients' interests to the full extent of the law. We're so confident in our approach, there's no fee until we win, and we win a lot. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Lights have now been outscored 10-1 in the last 4 matches. Three saves already for Jared Mazzola, though, Adam. I mean, this is a lot more work than Danny Vitiello had to do 2 weeks ago. He's answered the call. The step out to get a hand on it on Pickering, who had a look, and you've got a really strong night from Jared Mazzola already in this first half of play.
Yeah, I think maybe 4. You count that night, Pickering 1, that header there. You know, 3 of them comfortable enough straight at him, but he had to come out and make himself big on that other. 2 really, really good options. And Bill Collins is giving him game time. It's really hard being a backup goalkeeper. You know, you can have some teammates who waited 5 years to play games. You know, they just go in and they work hard. And this extra competition, you know, it is given opportunities to maybe some backup goalkeepers, keeping them game ready, because that's probably the hardest thing for them.
Well, it's difficult when you arguably have one of the best goalkeepers in USL Championship history, 2-time Golden Glove winner Danny Vitiello, and he's made some all-time stops for Pittsburgh and Sacramento in his career. Pearson and company trying to find one. Possession working. Back comes Peters.
That's part of the competition for places as well. I tell you, for Danny Vitiello having Jared Mazzola as his backup, that's keeping him sharp. He's got to be at his best, because he knows, hey, Trump pick up behind me. You know, this guy's really, really good as well. So that's what you want, you know, and it's good competition for these spots, and that can happen anywhere on the field.
Biggest possession warranted here in Republic's half, but Republic able to send it up. Mazzola coming from Greenville Triumph. He was second in saves and 1.23 goals against average, and he was one of the top keepers and got a look here in the championship. And now he's been able to get a few more games under his belt, and there's not been a single drop-off. He did start against San Jose. There's the only goals you saw behind him in the final U.S. Open Cup match of the year for the Republic. Just a brilliant performance by the Earthquakes. And Nick Ross is holding his leg now, and this might bring us a stoppage. And they're going to let it out. And so maybe get training staff to take a look at Nick Ross, who dealt with a little bit this year, and you hope that's not going to keep him off the pitch here tonight.
Yeah, and ball was given away. I think it might have been Shaft Brewer on his right-hand side, tried to play inside. Nick Ross intercepts it. He went in really, really hard on him. It looked like, I mean, the very aggressive tackle, and that's a sore one for Nick Ross. Hopefully he's able to continue. He will get to half-time here in about 30 seconds. And you can see Nick Ross is saying, what kind of tackle was that?
Well, it's going to give the players a moment to take a sip on this warm evening in Northern California.
You can see now the full field is in shade. Jack Curd got the short straw over there on that right-hand side. No sun, or all sun, that first half.
And there's the whistle. Will bring us to the end of the first half. Sacramento with another brilliant 45 minutes and some change, as they have now scored 7 goals in their last 3 halves, all against this Las Vegas Lights team. It's the USL Jägermeister Cup, and the Republic at home have 2 goals to their name. Spalding, Pirano, and Jameson and company involved in both. And this man, Jared Mazzola, holding it down in the goal. So it's the Republic who will go to the half with the lead. More from Sacramento.
What a start to the season, and Louisville City leads. beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
3 ice-cold Jägermeister shots, please. Those look warm.
Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Fox 40, local news that matters. UC Davis Health, believe in better, and Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Halftime here at Hartfeld Park, 2-0 Sacramento. And with that, I'll let you know about the growth of this league. It's really been exciting over the last few years, and there's even more on the horizon. Here's a look at some of the new stadiums coming into the league. Of course, Sacramento, a part of that story.
This is Centerville Bank Stadium in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, just opened in early May with a capacity of more than 10,000. This is the newest gem in the USL Championship, and there are more of these coming pretty soon in both the Championship and League One. Two clubs progressing towards their new homes are Detroit City FC and Sacramento Republic FC. Detroit City has acquired the land it needs close to downtown, while Sacramento has a similar goal in its downtown district known as the Rail Yards. Future plans are in the works for Oakland Roots SC, New Mexico United, and expansion club Buffalo. In League One, AV Alta FC's inaugural season kicked off in a renovation of Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Portland Hearts of Pine upgraded a local icon, Fitzpatrick Stadium, for its debut. Greenville Triumph SC broke ground on its new home with help from co-owner the great Ronaldinho. And defending League One champion Union Omaha is planning its next home. 2026 expansion includes Fort Lauderdale United FC Stadium Complex, already a USL hotspot. And expansion stadiums are nearing the finish line in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Eugene, Oregon, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Boise, Idaho.
Exciting stuff around the USL and the variety of divisions. And here in Sacramento, I know many of these fans eagerly awaiting news, and they should have it soon. Meanwhile, 2-0 Republic here at the break, brought to you by Modelo.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com. At Sky River Casino, join today for a chance to receive up to $2,500 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
Our first goal is we want kids to come out here and have fun. Yes, there you go. They're also going to grow, they're going to develop, and they're going to get a good taste of Sac Republic. Lots of learning and lots of fun to be had.
To Heart Health Park, Spalding and Perano, each with goals. Of the Republic have a 2-goal advantage at the break here in the Jägermeister Cup. Let's go around the USL with our news and notes as we take a look at some of the latest headlines around the league. As USL United Black Players Bellevue University award the 4th USL Impact Scholarship to Elevate Tampa Bay. That is congratulations to them. And then how about that? Greenville Triumph. They're bringing some players up as you continue to see players get opportunity. We talked about Jerry Mazzola. Well, now Defender of the Year, Toby Sims will get an opportunity with Greenville, who had a great win earlier in the Jägermeister Cup. And so as you look around this league, we talk about just the growth, but we also talk about just the quality of players, Adam, and you see growing from the lower ranks, giving young players opportunities to really shine here in the league.
Yeah, and there is a clear pathway. Again, you're seeing a player going from USL League Two, USL League One, and who knows where they go from there. So it's great to see the growth of the league and the opportunities that gives players.
How about Blake Willie getting called up to the national team?
Oh, that's why he's not here tonight. Yeah. Fantastic for him, the US under-18s.
2-0 Sacramento. Will come back from the
¿Cómo se crea una comunidad con actitud ganadora? Manteniéndonos activos, trabajando y jugando juntos, fortaleciendo nuestros cuerpos, huesos y músculos con alimentos sanos, frescos y regionales. Crystal Creamery orgullosamente patrocina a atletas y equipos deportivos en el Valle Central de California. Porque cuando nutres a una comunidad, la comunidad prospera. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
We embody passion, grit, and curiosity.
Pushing boundaries and challenging norms.
We challenge each other intellectually
and practice kindness,
leaving a lasting impact wherever we go.
We do hard things the right way.
Soaring high and inspiring others to do the same.
It's a mindset and a lifestyle.
It's the way of the Hornet.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines in our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join
Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the
and 2 goals, and they'll be looking to add to it in the second half.
Well, how about Vegas? I mean, he gets some really good looks, and you feel like you're right there, and they just couldn't get it to go through. Mazzola with a breakout performance here, to say the least. And let's take a look at this first goal. Jamison with a delivery, but I'll tell you what, that finish, textbook, that might be out for goal of the week.
Yeah, he does really, really well. I'm not sure if it does take a deflection before it gets to him, but he controls it and then just smashes the ball home with his right foot. Great first goal for Ryan Spalding, and it was 1-0, and then 1-2 minutes later, good pressure to Lewis Jamison. Nick Ross finds Christian Pirano, and he does the rest. 2-0 Republic.
I think it's so great to see for Christian Pirano. We've seen him work so hard to get into the 18, and he hasn't really been a fine target, and really a year plus at a consistent level. It's been a different look for Pirano, and he's been a big reason why they are up 2-0 is our first half stats here in the Jägermeister Cup. Second match for Sacramento is the third for Las Vegas, and you take a look, and the shots are right there. And while Republic have had better possession and really more quality possession at them, the lights seem to be right there.
Yeah, and they're very threatening. Even though 4 shots on target, some of them haven't been great, but they are a threat up top. They're getting in some really good areas.
Well, the sun is setting behind us. The shade is across the field and into the east stands, and Ryan Spalding there. What a battle it was early with Shaft Brewer, but he's had an impact. He's been able to put one through, and the Republic will come out with their same 11. What kind of changes will we see in this game? Well, it's hard to know. That sort of Neil Collins trying to get guys prepared now. They've got a busy stretch coming up. They got 2 more at home after this. But here, the Jägermeister Cup, they want to think about victory first. And here's one thing about this tournament, Adam. It's not really one that rewards you sitting back after you get a goal. You've got to score more goals potentially. You may not move through even though you win 3 or 4 of the games. And meanwhile, this is Las Vegas Lights heading to the north end, as Jared Mazzola will be in front of the Tower Bridge Battalion as the second half gets going from Heart Health Park. And the breeze is starting to pick up and really turning into a beautiful night here in Northern California. Pirano with the second goal in the 38th. The first came by Spalding in the 36th. And that is a difference from Heart Health Park. For Las Vegas, what did you see in that first 45 minutes that maybe Antonio Notarino is going to continue with and say, we've got it, we're right there, we're not that far out of this match?
Those transition moments where they're able to win the ball back and go forward quickly, they were we're getting those one-on-ones, 2-on-2, 3v3 situations, can't quite capitalize with a goal, which would have changed the game. And I think for him, again, defensively, they just got to be a little bit more solid.
And we're now in the 80s here in Sacramento as the night begins to cool off, and a foul on Nigro against Jack Gurr. For Sacramento, let's take a look at ultimately, they get the 2 goals at him, but possession-wise, really quality. Had some opportunities, a big save by Amador. Obviously continue what you're doing, but defensively, you don't want to lapse it because we did see Las Vegas get in behind a few times.
Yeah, the next goal is a big one in this game. The Republic can add a third. You've got to think they'd go on to claim 3 points in this group stage. Vegas get it. They'll be feeling like they can try and get something out of this game. And just a reminder, if it is tied at the end of 90 minutes, penalty kicks.
Cicerone, now it's Benitez. Benitez plays it forward. Here's Cicerone, here's Spalding again, takes a deflection. Follow up is Pirano, and it's just misstruck. I don't think he was expecting it. And what a possession. That was first rate all the way, Adam. Just didn't get the goal.
So many players involved, and Ryan Spalding tries to cut it across to Jack Gurr, and the ball was slightly behind Christian Pirano. He feels like he could have done a little bit better, but nice, really nice build-up play by the Republic.
A lot of times you see teams don't continue those runs. You know, with Sacramento, to their credit, especially as of late, it's been guys continuing to make runs where they're supposed to. Meanwhile, Zhao's trying to go for goal. Zhao's going to spread to the right side, looking for Pickering. Pickering is denied by Lee Desmond.
And it's there. Once again, they go quickly. Las Vegas likes, and they get in these threatening areas. Good defensive work by Lee Desmond, getting his body in front of it. Last time they had a corner kick, they did challenge Jared Mazzola.
Bit of a flip of the script here. Las Vegas taking all 3 matches against the Republic in 2024. So far, Sacramento has been better through 3 halves. First corner of the second half. Driven well. Mazzola is going to punch this one. Back comes an opportunity for Vegas. It was Pickering who delivered. And now Pirano will make a run. Ninth Pickering, 30 appearances for Memphis, 5 goals in 2024. He's got 13 in his USL Championship career. Still in his early 20s. He's up top. He's been the main guy with Johnny Rodriguez on the bench. We see Zhao, number 7, become a threat time to time. His pace, his ability to time those runs, especially in support, will lead to a Vegas goal soon. No ability to take your foot off the gas if you're Sacramento, especially at home where they have been brilliant. 4 wins, 4 draws, and now their 9th appearance, trying to keep perfect in 2025.
Well done, Lee Desmond. That's what you want your defenders doing. Just no easy balls into the striker. A lot of players behind the ball there, making sure, if anything, forcing the Las Vegas Lights to go back.
Ball played through. Koval's able to get. Koval is stopped by Mazzola. That seemed all but good for Vegas, and Jared Mazzola with the big-time denial.
Oh, what a save, Jared Mazzola. That's 5 saves on the night, and that's probably the biggest one. Koval does everything right. He opens up his body, and he just maybe telegraphs it a little bit. And Jared Mazzola makes sure that this game is still a 2-goal game.
I mean, he's 10 yards away from the line. Meanwhile, Sacramento, what a delivery from Gurr. Jamison brings it down. Jamison cuts across. Jamison off the crossbar. Oh my goodness, Adam. That was about as good as you're going to get from the right wing to cross the field. in transition, looking through the wickets.
That would have been so nice. And he's inches away, Lewis Jameson, from making it 3-0 Republic, but a lot of credit to the referee. I let the play continue. Jack Kerr, incredible ball over the top for Jameson, and then he still had work to do to get it under control, beat the man, just couldn't beat the goal.
Coble felt like he should have one. That was just a brilliant stop, and then Sacramento right back the other way. Not done yet. Pirano on the run. Jones is coming across. Jameson lets it through, and Cicerone tried to chip him. Just couldn't get his foot down. Man, it is just relentless from Sacramento 2 games straight. Seems like no matter who's in the lineup, it's the same kind of output, same kind of effort.
Really fun to watch. Christian Pirano, he sees Cicerone coming late, and it's just a tough one. Ball bounces in front of Russell. That means his first touch gets a little bit away from him. With the goalkeeper coming out, he couldn't get the right contact on it. But really, really positive play once again from Sacramento, and they're getting close to adding that third.
The USL Championship is on CBS and ESPN platforms all season long. It's live matches, expert analysis every day on the CBS Golazo Network, ESPN Plus, USLChampionship.com for more. This crowd, Adam, has been treated to some top-notch attack from this Sacramento side these last 2 games. It has just been a clinic in different ways, different looks. Right through is Benitez onside. Benitez, deflection! Michel Benitez! The flag stays down! And Michel Benitez has his first goal in a Camellia uniform. Sacramento at the 3rd. I mean, it seemed like everyone in the building, Adam, thought maybe he was offside, but he timed it perfectly.
Yeah,
look at that. There it is.
Yeah, he's onside, and it was actually Nigro on the far side. Kept him on. The players in the middle were claiming offside, but Nigro definitely kept Michel Benitez onside, and he does really well. He gets it past the goalkeeper, and unfortunately, Lewis Jameson was hurt in the build-up to this, and it looks like the end of his night. And the fans are loving it.
Amateur got a hand on it, but it wasn't enough. And now you're right. It's Lewis Jameson on the turf.
On that far corner, he's down, and I think players instantly saying that it's needing a sub for him. And hopefully it's nothing too serious, and we can look at Jared Timmer, but Neil Collins. You felt it was coming. Sacramento, the way they started this second half, they looked threatening once again, and there we get a look at Lewis Jameson. And that ball was played through. I think it was Nick Ross who maybe... It was Russell Cicerone who played that. Nick Ross got the assist earlier for Christian Pirano's goal. But really, really lazy piece of defending by Nigro on this far. And he didn't even run back or anything. He just left everyone on side.
Well, changes coming now for Vegas as Joe Zhao is out, as is Peters. You're going to see Pinzon, Rodriguez.
Valentin Noel is coming into the game as well.
Vegas light substitution into the match. Number 11, Christian Pinzon, and number 14, Johnny Rodriguez.
Jameson is up walking on his own here. I'm not quite sure what he's dealing with there. He's up on his own. I'm not sure if he's going to Spain, and he's going to come out. So it will be Sebastian Herrera to replace Lewis Jamison, who put in another fantastic shift. And you hope it's not anything that'll keep him out long term. And I wonder if, the original game plan may have had Cicerone being limited, but so far you still have Trevor Ammon. You could go Rodrigo Lopez. Even Davian Kimbrough, the way things are going. And so we'll see how much number 11 stays in.
Sacramento does have a lot of options on the bench. Some good, experienced players. Luis Felipe down there. Dominic Bonner. Really seeing the depth. It looks like Sebastian Herrera is he's gonna take up that higher role, and that's where Russell Cicerone's versatility comes into play. He can drop on the left side, the right side, underneath, and go further up top.
Valentin Noel, the third for Las Vegas, who looks like they may have gone to a back four now. As a back three, we may never see it for Vegas again. They have given up 8 goals to Sacramento alone.
And this is going to be the problem with Sebastian Herrera in the game, though. There's no one covering that space in front of him, so Sacramento's just going to drop it into his feet all day, and he'll hold off anyone behind him.
What a tear he has been on. 3 goals, 2 assists in the USL Championship. He has a goal versus AV Alta, a goal in the US Open Cup. Now Cicerone will be able to be a little bit more free with Herrera holding. This is through almost to Jack Gurr, but it's Nigro is able to pick it off. Toronto just so shifty. One of the best dribblers in the Western Conference, no doubt about it. Gurr is going to cross this one. It's floated. And Timmer's going to come up for it, but Pinzon is able to peel away.
Counter press from Sacramento has been so good where they lose the ball in the attack, and then quickly you saw Christian Pirano win it back straight away. Again, when you can do that, you're going to find spaces, and Jack Gurr with a decent ball from that right hand side.
Cicerone! Oh my goodness! No one expecting it, including us up here, but Cicerone knew exactly what he was going to do with it, and he puts in the back of the net 4-0. Adam Moffat.
What a finish, Russell Cicerone, and he gets what he deserves. His name on the score sheet. And he's got a lot to do when he receives it. He's running across, and he knows exactly what he wants to do. He wants to reverse that ball into that far corner. Goalkeeper's not expecting it, but he knows exactly what he's doing because he's done it time and time again. Russell Cicerone.
I don't know why I'm so surprised. It just seems so casual, Adam, that wasn't going to get through. And sure enough, Russell Cicerone, welcome back.
Well, again, just the way he receives the ball, and he probably doesn't want to show that he's got that intent, and everyone gives him a little bit of space. Doesn't look like he's going to do anything, but he knew exactly what he was doing right there, and it was beautifully taken. And it is 4-0 Sacramento Republic. And we got 30 minutes left of this.
And you think about who's not even into the game. Someone like Rodrigo Lopez, Luis Felipe, Trevor Ammon, even Dominic Bonner, who has been solid. I mean, Republic, now that they're healthy, Adam, you can really see how deep this team really is. It started off the year, that first month, it was really hard to even train full 22, and brought some guys in. A lot of younger guys were getting more time, and man, this team healthy. This might be one of the scariest teams in the USL Championship.
And you do have to look at, obviously, both games are against Las Vegas Lights. So again, is it really that the Lights haven't been playing well? I don't think that is the case, because they've done well. It should have beat Phoenix the other night. I think it is a case of Sacramento's really doing it, but Republic has to take this form against other teams, right? And we've seen them have spells, but it's just the energy that everyone's playing with. They're all working hard for each other. Different players are coming in, but they're still getting the success. Again, that's just whoever's on the fields.
What I liked is you watch warm-ups and you play a variety of warm-up games, whatever it be. Guys are smiling, they're cheering on each other, they're making light fun of each other, you know, and that to me is as important as anything else. And it translates to here, Adam. And we've seen some close teams, but this seems like this team is really unified, and they didn't get to a great start where everyone's happy and you're top of the table. I mean, that's not the case for the Republic right now. And I'll tell you what, this is quite a display this month of May. I know how disappointed they were to start this home stretch with that draw, but I mean, it has been all good things from Sacramento, from the back all the way to the top. And if you think about Vidiello and Jared Mazzola putting in some fantastic performances, and a lot of credit to Jared Mazzola. He kept this game level tonight and really helped spur this.
Think how big that save was against Koval early in the second half. It's 2-0. That ball goes in the back of the net. 2-1. It changes the complexion of this game. Big time stop. Sacramento go up the other end a few minutes later, make it 3, and then now they've added a 4th.
I mean, 5 saves, 60 minutes in. You're doing something. These weren't just taps back, and Jared Mazzola staying ready. And it makes us look like a genius when we highlight the goalkeeper before the game when you make big stops, too.
You're the genius. You knew it was coming. I wouldn't have picked the goalkeepers. Looks like Dominic Connor's getting ready to commit to the game.
For Las Vegas here, this is a brutal stretch. They're just trying to find some kind of answer. Brewer, Pinzone up top. Pinzone with the left foot. Pinzone almost with the Lights' first goal. And Christian scored a game-winning goal against Sacramento on July 3rd here in this building. It was a big one, and also involved in the playoff goal. So he has been a thorn in the Republic side, the Los Angeles native. Just a bit off frame here, but remains 4-0. Well, choosing the right health plan for you and your family is simple with Western Health Advantage. Check out their affordable plans, been keeping the community healthy for more than 25 years. Go online to westernhealth.com.
And one little thing that Las Vegas Lights could do defensively, again, I think they've just been allowing shots a little bit too easy in and around the box. You think of how many chances Sacramento's created where they're just given 2-3 yards, which is far too much. You know, Christian Perano's goal, too much space, gets it through someone's legs. You saw Lewis Jameson's shot as well, which was well saved, which actually led to the Ryan Spalding goal. And then that one, Russell Cicerone, again, you can't give people yards of space in the top of the box. You are going to get punished. And it's 9 goals they've given up against Republic in these last 2 games.
And the Republic will make 2 changes, and one of them, the all-time great, Rodrigo Lopez, number 8, who's been coming off the bench. And one thing they really wanted to make sure they did is work him. They want him at the end of the year healthy. And he's had 2 devastating injuries, and they want to make sure he's ready to go. And he's been getting some quality minutes, delivering when he comes in as well. He'll replace Ryan Spalding, and Dominic Bonner. Well, probably flip that. Is Lopez will come in for Cicerone, and Bonner probably in for Spalding. But Bonner scored that goal against Phoenix, and it was really one of the most quality goals taken by a Republic midfielder this year. And on that left wing, he's going to come back in that same position. So Spalding and Cicerone, each with goals, will come out of the match. And now it's Lopez, Perano, Herrera, Vonner, Benitez, Ross, Gerd, Timmer, Kleeman, Desmond. Vegas will make a change as well, Adam, as they look to bring in a couple of fresh legs. One of them going to be Gartic, and the other is Malik Howell. So they're 2 defenders. We'll get an opportunity. Rodrigo Lopez, first touch.
Desmond's done that so much. It's such a small thing, and in a game where you're winning 4-0, you don't know. But anytime the ball's been played to that strike, he's stepping right in front. He's making it very, very hard for him. And that's just guys just doing their job, you know. It goes on. Bro. So clever how he moves, he created a little bit of space, and he had to be fouled there, because if he wasn't, he'd probably sending Fanner through.
And here comes the substitutions, as Humphrey is replaced by Kartik. And Jones will be replaced by Howell. And remember, Howell was injured. What was a minute into that game? We didn't know if he was going to be able to continue. And he did end up staying in the match. But here's Las Vegas. I mean, they've given them 9 goals to Sacramento. And if you look at now their last 4 matches, Adam, you are 12 goals allowed, 1 score.
Yeah, it's not great, but these things happen in a season. And again, you got, as a player, you know, I've been through those kind of situations, go through these rough patches, and you hope the experienced players in there can kind of help them right that ship.
Good zone getting this break forward. It's Brewer. Shaft Brewer keeps it on the ground, and it's side netting. And with that, let's step aside and hear from Smud.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands are taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're changing the world. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
And we see it a lot in basketball, baseball, even in hockey. Well, we'll let this play, and I'll get back to that. Gurr whipping it, waiting for Seba. Oh, what a defensive play. Stepping through, Singer was able to break it up. But rarely do you see a team in back-to-back weeks, or back-to-back contests, at least for Sacramento in this case, as you do here for Vegas. This one's crossed in. This is a good look for an opportunity for the Lights. It can be difficult. I don't think anyone expected a similar result to what we're seeing, because teams are able to make adjustments. Now, Vegas has played 2 matches since this game against Sacramento on May 17th, but this is not easy to do. I don't care who you're playing.
No, it definitely isn't. Again, losing 5-0, okay, all right, what can we change? And so I think the biggest surprise was the fact that they kept the back 3 Las Vegas Lights, because that seemed to be where they were maybe getting a little bit of trouble, and they've gone with it. And it was a close game up until that first goal. It could have gone either way.
I mean, 30 minutes into that game, Vegas had some really good looks. And so, and you look at that, it was a little bit different, and it probably wasn't as open, and they were just picking their moments. But, I mean, to put up 9 goals in consecutive weeks against a team, it's just really hard to do. I mean, we see it in how many of these playoff series, and you just don't get 2 consecutive blowouts. It just doesn't happen. The quality's too high. And I mean, Sacramento has just either got Vegas's number, or they're playing at a different level these days.
As we mentioned, this one, it's in the USL Jägermeister Cup, and not the only games going on in their group tonight. Monterey Bay leading Orange County 2-1, and then halftime in the other game, Oakland Roots 0-0 against AV Alta.
AV Alta with 2 losses, Oakland with a loss, Monterey Bay with a win, Orange County with the 1 loss. Spokane not in action. They did beat Oakland. They do have a loss as well. Sacramento will play them in late July. You're seriously injured? For the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price for a free consultation. Seba. Toronto. Or excuse me, that's Benitez. Now it's Gurr. Gurr trying to think. This one's deflected. Amador plays it well. Nigro just got down on the ground and was able to deflect it, and almost ended up as an own goal, but all he could do there, and saved baby number 5. What a headache for Las Vegas, though, Adam, have Sebastian Herrera come to the game, and now you got to deal with that.
Again, and Roro knows what he's doing. He's just a little ball around the corner, just going straight into Herrera's feet, and then everyone's coming underneath. Benitez, what a great pass, threaded through for Jack Gurr, who's always an option out there. Nigro recovered enough, really close to actually putting it in his own net. This is a nice play by Pearson.
Freddie Kleeman got tripped up. Quite sure there's a little bit of stoppage, and Freddie Kleeman is maybe pleading. There should be something there on Pinzon, but just give him a moment to get up. And we've talked about Freddie Kleeman a little bit here, but maybe not enough, Adam. I mean, that back three, now that they're together, playing consistent minutes together, it is near perfection from what we've seen from them the last several weeks. They rarely make a mistake, and that's probably what you can only ask for. That back three is, you know, the guys are going to score, right? I mean, this is not a league where you're just going to see shutout, 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 but those three in the style that they're playing have really allowed Republic to get into that attack, to see this ball be put forward a lot more. Gurr, good step.
With Jared Timmer having that freedom to get forward, 3 assists. Lee Desmond, we know he likes to drive forward as well. Distribution is really good. And the one thing you'd love them to get some goals, right?
This Father's Day weekend, treat Dad to the family 4-pack from Republic FC. Get a tickets and parking just for $99. It's over $140 in value. Celebrate with the whole crew. SacRepublicFC.com/dadpack.
When is Father's Day? Is it
17th? Whatever that weekend is.
Start making a list for my kids. Family 4-pack.
Maybe it's June 15th. Is that the date? 15th, sorry. Rodriguez going to go for goal. Rodriguez hits the crossbar just over the hand of Missoula. And an unfortunate break for the Lights' leading scorer.
Here they go again.
Meanwhile, here comes Sacramento. Bonner with another touch. Bonner! He just could not get it on target. Streaking down the pitch, Dominic Bonner came in as a sub.
And that was agonizingly close from Johnny Rodriguez. And up the other end, Dominic Bonner, he just kind of ran out of the angle, making it really, really tough for him. But it comes from ball into Sebastian Herrera, support underneath, and then they broke through. And Las Vegas Lights are probably, they're disappointed. They've obviously given up 4 goals, but to not have scored tonight.
The 2 games in a row. Look, right? You go back to Wednesday, 20 shots, 5 of those on target. Some big time saves. Obviously not getting the penalty kick, just to even earn a draw would have been huge. And they've got playmakers. We talked about it the last time these teams met. You look at Pinzon and Rodriguez. They can do damage. And we've seen it so far this year. Just been a tough little stretch for this team from South Nevada. Noel gets it back, and Rodrigo Lopez looking for Pirano, and it comes right to the Lights again. Patience in their possession in this side of the pitch. Brewer goes against Bonner, and Bonner is able to go low. Spalding, Pirano, Benitez, and Cicerone with goals as the flag goes up against Rodriguez. And just another all-out performance by the Republic, who will make another change, and this will be the end of Christian Pirano's night, who has scored his 2nd goal in all competitions in 2025, first in the Jägermeister Cup, and again just continuing to be more elusive better on target. I mean, that is just a perfect combination. He's getting a standing ovation from this crowd, and rightfully so.
Yeah, thoroughly deserved. Another great night for Brano. He's having a really good season again. Once he keeps adding those goals, the assists, his work rate is second to none. Same with the guy who just came off with him, Jack Gurr. Another great night from him, and it gets some minutes for Edwards and Davian Kimbrough.
Kimbrough, the Woodland native, saw some time against Vegas 2 weeks ago. Back in his sub again. Made his debut with the Republic at 13 years of age. He's another one who gets called up to the youth national teams quite often. Blake Willie, as we talked about on the Modelo halftime show, being called up the U18s. He's had a fantastic year as well. He's made it quite difficult for Neil Collins to take him out of the lineup. Rodriguez able to make a nice stop, turning, looking for some help. He might go for goal, and it's denied by Nick Ross. Kimbrough in a foot race. Pinzon trying to create space. Republic sitting back. They've got 5 on that line. 6 is Ross. This one sent across. It's Timmer to the head, but Vegas not done. Pinzon into the 18, being pressured now. A little bit of contact, stays on his feet. Noel has a look. Noel will cross this back post. Freddie Kleeman, Flanley putting his body out there and gets ahead to it.
I think this game is beyond them. At this stage, Las Vegas Lights, but it can end on a positive. They get most of their stronger players out on the field right now, so they get a goal back.
Well, going back to these goals matter for Sacramento. They do want to keep a clean sheet. Obviously, you want to feel good about it, but the more goals you score, they're +5 right now. It's good chances for you. Noel. This one's laid off, and Heyman will get a step ahead.
And that's so frustrating from Valentino. Well, great player, really smart. Freddie Kleeman's hurting a little bit, but that's again trying to cheat the game. The referee knows exactly what he's doing there. He's just looking to get a penalty kick. Just give me a yellow card. Part of the game I hate seeing. And I coach in youth soccer now, and young kids doing it because that's what they see, and it's like, come on.
Step aside here from the Pacific Office Automation.
Pacific Office Automation is your one-stop shop for office technology, copiers and printers, managed IT, unified communications, and more. Visit pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
My favorite was in youth sports once the NBA put in the half circle where the charge could occur or not occur. And you'd hear young boys, I was in the circle. There's no circle on any of these high school courts. But similarly, you go back to, you watch it, various leagues obviously have, more flopping, whatever you want to call it, than others. And for Vegas, I get, they're trying to create something. They're probably feeling quite frustrated, but
for me, it's like that kind of situation. Valentino, if he stays on his feet, he has the ball in the attack, and he opts to touch the ball, go to ground, not get anything. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I grew up in a country where we didn't do that. We kind of took pride in staying on your feet. A little bit different where you grew up.
Well, credit to Abdu and Joe didn't award it. I mean, he didn't play into it, and that's what you can ask for as the official, to be on top of it. I think he's done a great job tonight. I mean, you hear a lot, commentators and whoever complaining about officiating. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it's hard to. You have 22 players, highly competitive on the pitch, and then you got to deal with coaching staffs and everybody. It's a thankless job, and Crew's been on it tonight. Pearson turning, collecting, and this is a bit of a break here for Las Vegas. Sacramento's going to need to get back. Pinzon into the 18. Battling with Timmer, and Timmer with the weight room points, just pushing him out. Well, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Select, the player's choice.
Pinzon is a fun player to watch, but he's going up against arguably the best one-on-one defender in the league, I would say, Jared Timmer. Once he gets his body in there, he's quick enough as well. It is so hard to get past him.
And little do we forget, Timmer started the season on the injury list. The Republic were a variety of looks and lineups. Lee Desmond had some games missed, and now those three seem to settle in a bit. This should be a throw for Las Vegas. About 10 minutes to go here from Sacramento. Republic with 4 goals, 2 in each half.
Subs have made a big difference. The Las Vegas Lights, they look a lot livelier.
Kimbrough receives it, and nope. And he gets sent out of the way. Celebrate Pride Night with us on Friday, June 7th. Grab limited edition ticket and scarf package starting at $40. Includes a seat to the match in their 2024 Pride scarf. Don't miss it. Visit SacRepublicFC.com for details. Rodriguez over the top into the 18. He'll play it out to Pinzon. Pearson. Much more possession here in the last 10 minutes for this Las Vegas team. As Sacramento not willing to concede another. Rodriguez, is he onside? Appears that he is. Circles back, plays it near the end line. It's easy enough for Jared Mazzola, who stays in play.
He's going to take his time, just allowing everyone to get up the field, slowing them down, slowing any momentum that Las Vegas Lights feel they've got.
Sacramento now with 30 goals all time against Vegas. And the Lights with 16. The last 2 games alone, Republic with 9 goals. Five goals in the Jägermeister Cup for Sacramento. That man has the first. Again, that was against AB Alta, who is building something quite special in Southern California in the Antelope Valley. An expansion club in League One, and I think a lot of guys, they were excited to play in the Cup, play against higher competition. They felt like that's going to serve them well in League One this year. And while they haven't had the results in the Cup, they have felt good about their chances to stay in the mix in League One.
And they do lead against Oakland Roots.
Pearson over the top of beauty as Valentin Noel goes over the top of Jared Mazzola. And he'll stay on the ground, and Mazzola has had himself another sensational evening.
Yeah, he was almost through Valentin Noel, and spoke how smart a player he is, how clever. A really, really good run. The first touch just got away from him. Really hard to get it. Kind of caress that ball as it comes over your shoulder. Jared Mazzola was alert. Went through Noel a little bit. Hopefully he's good to continue. Again, a really fun player to watch. You see that first touch got away from him. Got his ankle caught underneath. Hopefully he's good to go. I really enjoyed watching him play last year. Aside from the flop, but he's just a crafty player. So someone who can just do something off the cuff.
AJ is able to at least turn the corner. He may get a corner kick out of this. He does.
I think he does. I'm not sure if it was. Maybe came off him. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to have Roro get on the end of it.
That was disposal corner kick for Sacramento. They have 4 goals on the night after a 5-goal performance against this Lights team 2 weeks ago. This is the Jägermeister Cup, and Republic in their second match as Rodrigo Lopez delivers. Freddie Clemens trying to climb the ladder. Spalding got one on the 36 on a corner kick from Lewis Jamison. 2 minutes later, Pirano answers right back from Nick Ross. And then in the second half, 53rd, it's Benitez. 59th is Russell Cicerone from Jack Gurr.
So many players involved, and we spoke about the last game, you know, 5 goals, 5 different goal scorers, 4 different goal scorers tonight. Between the two, the 9 goals, I think. Goal scorers. Am I right there, Rob?
Jameson.
Yeah, 9 different scores.
Trevor Hammond, Lewis, and Jack. So yeah, 9 different goal scorers.
And the players setting them up as well. You get
the flip flop. Some of them. Jameson got a goal, assist tonight. Ross got a goal.
Back in tonight, goal and assist for Russell.
In zone. Lays it off to Nigro. Again, Freddie Cleveland is there.
Fans wanted a handball there. I think it was only one hand though, so.
Is that what you say in pickup games? It's only one.
That's
Lopez looking for a teammate. He's going to spray it across to Kimbrough. And one thing we talk about, so many different players involved, is that you're not reliant on just one guy like a Russell Cicerone or somebody. Everyone can get in the mix. Look at this ball coming just a bit beyond and sail out from Bonner. Get into it. It's hard part of this game, right? I mean, you look at this time of the match, and Rodrigo Lopez is going to serve something in. Maybe 20 minutes of that game, it's a different look at multiple runners. Here with a 4-goal lead, you're not going to send everyone up, right? So.
No, yeah, and you only had one man in there, Sebastian Herrera. Tough to find one guy in the box. But if anyone could do it, it would be Roro.
Unfortunately, Trevor Hammond's streak will come to an end after 3 straight games with a goal.
Well, games he's appeared in.
That's true.
We'll keep that alive going for him. Yeah, well.
AJ Edwards moving. AJ battling with Pinzone. Not over yet. Seba, he may have gotten a foot to it, and he got caught up on one of the defenders there. This will be a throw for Sacramento, and Neil Collins. It's kind of like these performances. I know as a coach, he felt like things were maybe going well, and here's another look from through the legs from Jared Timmer. I was expecting number 4 between those two. But for Neil and his staff, I mean, you're preaching to the guys, we're doing the right things. Those first 2 months of the year in March and April, it'll start to click. It'll start to click. And I mean, all the credit to the guys. They continue to believe. And now it's starting to pay off a bit. Again, it's against Las Vegas 2 games in a row, but see how it goes for the next few matches, and you're at home. But it's got to breed more confidence, in my opinion here.
100%. And again, the patience, it can be hard. And I know we spoke about it as well. Some of those frustrating, giving late goals away. But you just felt, you know, that there was something more there.
Lopez waiting for Seba!
Is it number 5? No, it's taken away. Oh, hurtful. Herrera.
He doesn't like it. He thought he'd added a 5th, and he took it really, really well, but he was deemed to have committed a foul prior to that ball getting there.
Another sensational delivery from Rodrigo Lopez. Would have been Herrera's 6th goal in all competitions. And Roro would have been his 3rd assist in all comps. 3-minute stoppage time brought to you by Sacramento County Department of Health Services. 3 minutes left to go in this one, where the Republic with a 5-goal nearly repeat as it stays 4-0 so far. See if they can keep the clean sheet. Pinzone, he's winding up. Pinzone's going to go for it. Pinzone peppering the Tower Bridge Battalion banner. Jared Mazzola a little upset about the lack of pressure. He wants that sheet behind him to wave it at the end of the post game. And Pinzone, he's been dangerous from deep. We've seen it.
Yeah, too much time and space, and Jared Mazzola rightfully, he doesn't care that it's 4-0. He wants the clean sheet. He wants everyone to make sure they're dialed in for 90+ minutes. So it's going to be 93 minutes tonight. And, Pinzone has that ability, and he wasn't too far away. A lot of people have good nights out there tonight, kind of under the radar. Lee Desmond, one of them. Nick Ross in the middle of the park, just going about his business.
You mentioned earlier with Lee, the way that he's able to step around. Guys, I mean, that's someone of young players to watch. I don't know if he has blazing speed, but his mental aspect of the game is really unmatched. I mean, the way that he's able to get in the right position for 90 minutes every game. That sounds easy, but it's, as you know, it's to be hot. To be going against a quicker opponent, a stronger opponent. It doesn't seem to really matter for number 4. Rodriguez. He would love to add one late. Freddie Kleeman is the mark in front. Noel just puts it off the back of Nick Ross, who might feel that one tomorrow.
Select tattoo on his back.
Hope they get a paid sponsorship out of that, to be the case. Vegas trying to look for maybe one more opportunity before the final whistle blows. Malik Howell trying to find Rodriguez, who continues to circle his runs. Timmer and Kleeman have been able to pick him up. Nigro's got all kinds of room here.
Other games in the group as well where there's a chance Sacramento can go. Davian Kimbrough's making the run.
Roro's going to put it out front. It's a bit too much as Amater. And there's the final whistle. And the second match of the group play in the Jägermeister Cup for Sacramento. It's a convincing performance. 4-0 for the Republic. A +5 goal differential. They've got 6 points. And they make another statement against the Lights, who they've now beaten in consecutive matches by a score of 9-0. Brilliant all around. Spalding, Pirano, Benitez, Cicerone, all with goals. And I'll tell you what, that man, Jared Mazzola, our Western Health Advantage man of the match, with another clean sheet in the Jägermeister Cup. He answered the call tonight, Adam. Number 99 coming up big.
Very deserved. And again, big changing point in this game. 2-0 early in the second half. He makes that stop on Koval. If he doesn't do that, it's 2-1, and it's a very different second half. But there you go. Spalding, Mazzola, good buddies. Great night for both of them.
Mazzola getting all the love tonight. 4-0 Sacramento postgame shows.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest
community that thrives by staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012, because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Our first goal is we want kids to come out here and have fun. Yes, there you go. They're also going to grow, they're going to develop, and they're going to get a good taste of Sac Republic. Lots of learning and lots of fun to be had.
Our final score tonight brought to you by Jessup University. 4-0. Sacramento with the victory in the second match in group play of the Jägermeister Cup. And now let's go down to the pitch where we join Ryan Spalding. And Ryan, congratulations on goal number 1 here in the Sacramento Republic uniform. And what a beauty it was. Oh my goodness, you're gonna watch that on repeat tonight, I bet.
Oh yeah, absolutely stoked to score my first goal for the club. Absolutely huge.
And that delivery from Lewis Jamison, you made it look easy. Did you just see them shifting before, which sort of made you take that extra touch?
Honestly, that's all on the coaching staff. That's exactly what we've been working. Chip on their shoulder, they're going to want to turn around, and we knew that. We knew we had to come out intense. We had to bring the energy, and on a hot day like this, that's kind of what sets the tone. I thought we came out well. Obviously, scoring 2 quick goals in the first half, that's exactly what you want to do going into halftime, and then just took it from there in the second half.
Well, Ryan, make us sound smart here. We picked Jerry Mazzola to be a player to watch before the match. I saw you embrace him after the game. And to us from up here, he really kept you guys in it, and really those 2 or 3 big-time saves before the 30-minute mark, I felt like allowed you to get to a 4-0 match here.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a ton of confidence in him. Whenever he's on the field, he's a player to watch for sure.
Yeah, you got him on camera here as well. Well, Ryan, thank you so much. Fantastic performance. I know you guys sitting in a good spot now. 2 wins from 2 in the Jägermeister Cup. Last thing, how does it feel, this extra competition? You enjoying the Jägermeister Cup so far?
Yeah, 100%. We love to play the game, and as many opportunities we get, we're going to go out and try to get a good result on the field.
Thanks, Ryan, so much. We appreciate you, and welcome to Sacramento. And your first goal in front of the home crowd's got to feel good.
Oh, it feels amazing. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll see you soon. And Ryan Spalding, everyone, getting the goal here tonight. 1 of 4 for the Republic and a Jägermeister win. And there's Russell Cicerone, a goal and assist tonight. And I will tell you what, this image brought to you by Power Business Technology. But when we look at player of the game, it's becoming increasingly difficult to pick one of these guys to be who stands among the rest. I mean, they're all just putting in these incredible shifts.
Yeah, really making it hard. Russell, great performance back in tonight. Not only did he get a goal and the assist, but he was a constant threat. And you always know you're going to get 100% from him as well. So good when you have those. They make it hard for us to pick these man of the matches up here. So what a performance by this Republic side. Again, we spoke about how hard it is to kind of play against the same team. Are you gonna get the same result? But as Ryan mentioned, the attitude was right, and that meant the result came.
Well, let's take a look at the goals. We had 5 last time, and how about 9? In the 36th minute, we go Lewis Jameson, and there's Ryan Spalding. They felt like that was the play. He just took that first step, put it right back in front. And he also made that look really easy, Adam.
He really did. A really good first touch. It might have taken a little flick off Jared Timmer. I'm sure he's probably claiming an assist on it. But Christian Perrano, 2 minutes later,